What's up, guys? This is Dalton, better known as Tester Mike. I am finally doing a build video on my stamina DK. A lot of people have been asking about it. I figured I might as well make a video about it. So let's hop into it. First off, for skills, using defensive posture. And the reason why we use defensive posture instead of using reflective scales is because reflective scales cost too much magic for this build, I should say. Cost a lot of magic, but this is definitely the way to go because it costs too much magic for this build. It's pretty self-explanatory. Reflect spells, of course, it gets better mitigation. You can block a lot on top of DK passives. Vigor, I like to run Vigor on my DPS bar, so while I'm DPSing I can just get a good heal in and continue to DPS. Reverb, now a lot of people complain about this ability, but it's, to me, I guess it can be buggy, but I really just mainly use it for that defile, because when you're fighting Nightblades and Templars, and even other DKs, especially other DKs, it's just really good to have defile. Try to cut off some of that healing, excuse me. Igneous, this is like bread and butter pretty much. This is what makes a DK in my eyes. A DK is this ability right here. It gives you that major mending. Like it's just wonderful. Heroic Slash. Now, yeah, it does cost a lot, but I will hop into why we're using Heroic Slash after I finish up some of these skills. Now I have Shooting Star on here mostly because I was just messing around, but normally you could run Dawnbreaker, you could run Werewolf Form with this build, Magnum Armor, you can morph it into Corrosive Armor. All those things are really good. Corrosive Armor is really good, it's what I normally use. Oh yeah, and of course Frozen Sleep on the front bar. So Wrecking Blow, now I'll talk about the Wrecking Blow in a second. Shuffle, remove snares, of course. Dodge chance, you need it as a stamina build. Rally, timed heal if healed properly, really good heal. Crit Rush is our gap closer. And we use Crit Rush instead of Stampede because Heroic Slash snares. So that's our snare, so we don't really need Stampede for that snare. Volatile Armor. Volatile Armor, really good for pulling Nightblades out of stealth. While active from the Draconic passive, you get 12% extra healing on top of your Igneous. So just right there, you get the pretty much 42% extra healing. So like I say, this is what makes the DK. Healing is what makes the DK so good, is the way you can heal. So just trying to stack those up as much as possible, and it also gives you a lot of resistance. Now the Wrecking Blow. Now I normally don't run Wrecking Blow. I would normally run Unstable Flame, or you can or Executioner. But I find, like, when you're even in open world, like when you're out there and you're outnumbered, and usually when you're outnumbered, one of them is a Templar, or a Sorc, and sometimes you just don't got enough time to DPS them and DPS everybody else around them with just a heavy attack Heroic Slash cancel into a shield bash. Like, it does a lot of DPS, but at the end of the day, those are, you know, those can be issues fighting those type of people. Out in open world, sometimes you just got to get them out of there. Wrecking blow is just the way to go. Just get them out of there, get it done. Um, so that's pretty much it for the skills. Now, I want to get into how this build kind of works now. Normally, I don't run Engine Guardian. I was just playing with Engine Guardian today. Normally, I run two-piece Blood Spawn. I don't. Either one will work, but honestly, I mean, Engine Guardian is good, but if it doesn't proc the right stuff, it'll kind of mess up your stats a lot. And it's. I mean, if it doesn't proc what you want, then it's gonna fuck you. Blood Spawn is more reliable just on the sole fact that it can proc every 6 seconds, which I believe it damn near does. You're doing a lot of tanking, you're taking a lot of hits, so it's going to constantly proc. So, pretty much Blood Spawn, it gives you over 6k spell and physical resistance, 6% chance when you're hit when this can happen with, and it also restores 15 ultimate with a 6-second cooldown. Now I feel like that pretty much for me that procs every 6 seconds damn near. So I stack that right there. I stack that with the Heroic Slash, of course. Heroic Slash gives you you know, minor heroism, so it grants you one extra ultimate every 1.5 seconds for 9 seconds. So I stack that with the ultimate. And then Igneous from the Earthen Heart. Your passive here, activating Earthen Heart ability grants 3 ultimate. Can occur every 6 seconds. Okay, so that's, I guess maybe you might be able to kind of see where I'm going with this. Just gaining ultimate with this build is kind of key. Constantly weaving. Just it's just this build is a monster. Like I said, as for your back bar, ultimate shooting star is really good for gaining ultimate as well. I literally can, if I drop my shooting star on 3 or 4 people, when I got all my buffs, if I have all my buffs up, you know, my Heroic Slash going, my Igneous up, and my Blood Spawn procs, I drop a meteor, I'll literally have my meteor like pretty much right back, or I can Dragon Leap them right after I drop my meteor. I mean, that's how fast of an ultimate gain that we're getting on this build. So pretty much, I mean, that's all for the skills. Now, like I said, you can wear either or. So if you're using Engine Guardian, you know, if you're using Engine Guardian, of course I have undaunted passive, so if you're using Engine Guardian, you kind of want to work with the Engine Guardian. You want it to this thing just does not want to proc, which is why I do not use this shit. This is OC right now. Holy crap. Alright, so like magic. So we get magic, so then we spam Igneous, because one of your passives that you get as a Dragon Knight, for those who don't know, activating Earth Heart ability restores 5% max stamina. Now, so that's what makes Engine Guardian so good on a DK. The fact that you can just spam this as a stamina build when you get magic and just get all your stamina back. Not only that, on top of Battle Roar, that every time you use your ultimate, you get your resources back. It's just your sustain just goes up. I mean, but Alright, let me put my blood spawn back on and look at some of these stats. Alright, so with blood spawn on, now, like I said, I don't, either or will work for you. So with blood spawn on, buffed up, we're getting 29 11 weapon damage, and we have weapon damage enchants on our jewelry, so all weapon damage enchants. 18 recovery, 23, a little over 23 under max health, 36, a little over 36 max stamina, 36k max stam. Our resistance buffed up is 22, 30, 385 on spell resistance, and a little over 20k on physical resistance. Now, when blood spawn procs, that's gonna just shoot up. I mean, we're pushing 30 on the spell and over 25 on physical, so it makes you really, really tanky. We're running stat food on this build with the Surface Stone. I am a werewolf. Like I said, I have tried werewolf. The only issue for me with the werewolf is acting like when you're in werewolf form, you I mean, anything could happen to you. You could get into a situation where you would just wish you weren't in the werewolf form. So, which is why I stopped using it. Damn, got a cold. But yeah. Well, I guess we got some buffs going on. But we got 64 in the stamina. Yes, I do have 463 champion points, but we'll hop into champion points in a minute. So let's hop into the well, actually, let's throw on Edge and Guardian and see the difference in the stats. Now, I play with both of them, and because you're a DK and Battle Roar and the ultimate game, you're gonna lose your 15 ultimate every 6 seconds, pretty much, from the blood spawn. Like every time that procs and that resistance and that recovery, because blood spawn gives you the 1 piece recovery. But I mean, honestly, I sustain just fine with this recovery right here, 15, almost 1500, 1450. I sustain just fine with that, just because I'm doing constantly weaving, heroic slash. You know, it's just either one will work. So yeah, either one will work. Now, for the rest of the gear, mind you, I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of gold. I have a lot of characters. I gear them out a lot, so it's just kind of a hassle to keep getting V16, yellow, everything, and trying out new builds. So we got 3 agility. Now, one of these is healthy, and of course that would be you know, stamina if I had the stamina one, but I don't. All these are weapon damage. Now, your weapon damage can go up even further, but I don't have the kudas, because kudas nowadays are going for 15k, which is pretty ridiculous, but whatever. So I don't really have the kudas to make this, you know, kuda enchants. We're wearing 4-piece shield breaker on the body. 4-piece shield breaker, and then 1 piece of more Colden on our body, and then our sword and board is more Colden. Now, and our 2H is a battle axe, because from what I guess is battle axe is broken right now, so it does a lot of DPS. It's a dot. It's really, really good. So I mean, I would just use it. Honestly, we don't DPS off this bar, so I mean, I put defending. Now this is kind of it's kind of critical a little bit. I put defending on our 2H, because when we swap bars and we're taking hits, like when we have to pop our rally, pop our shuffle, all that good stuff, we pop bars and take hits, you know, we still want some sort of defense, because you're losing your passives from the sorting board. You're losing the armor from the sorting board. Like you're losing, a bunch from swapping weapons. While you're getting DPS when someone's trying to DPS you on your 2H while you're trying to buff up and do what you're gonna do. So I've used that right there. Um, so that's what we run is the 4-piece shipbreaker. Now what you could do is I'm only using 3-piece of the Night Silence, and the reason why I use this is because like I said, I got other builds that use 4 pieces, so I don't really I don't see no point in going out and getting Night Silence, because Night Silence will be max stam recovery such as this. I don't see no point in going out and getting it when I can just, of course, just swap the gear and call it a day. So you can wear 4-piece more Colden on your body, and then 1 piece of the Night Silence, and then your weapons Night Silence. So that's definitely very, possible it'd be the same thing. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it for the gear. Champion points. Okay. I've got a couple to spend. Alright, actually I need to redistribute this because I was playing with a different build. But normally what I would do is I would throw, 100 into Mighty. I was playing with a different build, so some of these are mixed around a little bit. But 100 into Mighty, I would usually throw 20 into Precise Strikes. And then I would throw 20 in Precise Strikes, and then I would throw try to dump some into here, because we're doing all that weaving. So, and you're already getting the 120 passive Last Stand, which goes beautiful with the build. When you fall below 20% health, you gain Major Heroism, which grants you, once again, more ultimate. So I mean, it's just really good. Just building ultimate with this build is your sustain. Getting ultimate is your sustain. Yeah, that's, get up in here, weave, get your weave going, get more damage off that right there, so get more DPS. We're running 100 into Hardy. It's good for magic builds, dealing with all that. It reduces damage of like abilities that Nightblades like to use, like Soul Harvest, stuff like that, so that's really good. Elemental Defender. The reason why we put 20 in here, we tried to get another 20 in here, is because we got this passive called Unchain. Unchain reduces the cost of abilities by 80% for 3 seconds after you stun, break free, knock down, fear, disoriented, or staggered. So I mean, that ability is just, if you could somehow find a way to get that on a even a magic build, it's gonna be good. I mean, but that's just a really, really good, very strong passive. So you just CC break and pop your shuffle, get all those heavy things out of there. Pretty much your heaviest thing that you're going to be using is shuffle. So just pop shuffle, that's when you want to repop your shuffle and get it going again. I've been playing with crit resistance. This has really been working good. I mean, I haven't gotten hit by, more than a 5k surprise attack with this with these champion points into here. So it's just really good. 1 into spell shield, just throw 1 in there, get that little something extra. Had some champ points laying around. So now I'm a orc, so I'm going to make a video about about how to spend your champion points per race and all that. But because I'm an orc, I throw 100 into stamina recovery. I only put 3 into tumbling because this isn't, 1.6 where you had infinite dodge rolls, where this champion point was just so reliable as a stamina build. It was crucial. Then, of course, the rest of the stamina cost reduction. Other than that, I think that's really it. This build, like I said, it's really good. I'm sure a lot of you guys will enjoy it. I hope you guys liked the video. If I missed anything, just leave a message in the comments. I'll be making a lot more of these videos, so with different characters. I have a couple other DK builds, so just let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later.